So you own a business and you're looking to try to save some money in regards to cell phone plans and things of that nature. Well, we have a awesome tool here that I've been using now for about a year that I want to go ahead and review for you guys and just maybe go over some back end stuff that'll help you maximize this tool that much more. And the tool we're talking about today is called OpenPhone. OpenPhone is a program. They do have an app that you can download to your phone as well, which is the whole point of the app. What it is essentially is you can take your personal phone and use it for business, but still separate your business and your life. So how it works is you're still going to have your normal cell phone plan, right? Like for us, we use Verizon for our home phones, not home phones, but for our personal phone plan. And then what we do is we download the OpenPhone app, which works very good. Now there is one caveat right from the get. You obviously have to have good cell phone service, LTE, 5G, Wi-Fi connection. The better your service, the better your experience is going to be. Overall, I find that as long as I tend to have good voice service, I tend to have enough service to allow OpenPhone to operate the way that it needs to. But something to keep in mind, if you're in a very low service area, it may be something that you're just not going to be able to use, unfortunately. As you can see here, I have pulled up our overall, costs essentially. So we do have 2 users. It costs $240 a year per user, so essentially $20 a month. And then you have a $9 a year, kind of like a standard plan that you have to pay for. Again, $9 a year, you're talking less than $1 a month. So overall, you're talking about roughly $125 to $130 per year total. And then as you can see, we have an additional number as well because we have 3 phone numbers. I actually ported a phone number in because when I started my business, I didn't know any of these services existed. I went and purchased a business cell phone, which is our number you see here that's been ported in, 214-399-3879. That's a ported in number we do use from time to time because some customers have that number, but it's much cheaper. As you can see, it's only $5 a month, $60 a year, where if we had this line with Verizon, this was going to cost right around like $45 a month, where this is, about 1 month's cost, just over a month's cost for the entire year. So it was a no-brainer to go ahead and port that number in because the phone that I had was paid off. I actually still have it somewhere here, but I don't use it anymore because everything is just an OpenPhone now. So to recap, in terms of our costs, we have 2 users, me and my wife. Each user comes with their own phone number. So that's how we got 2 numbers, 2 users. And then we got a 3rd number ported in. All of that for only $558 for the entire year. For those of you that like to break it down in terms of a monthly cost, on the monthly basis, that comes out to about $46 a month. And in terms of each individual number, you're talking about roughly $15.50 a month. Now, again, I can't stress enough that average is brought down because we did port a number in. So I have 2 numbers kind of in one user, if that makes sense. One user gets 1 phone number. So from that standpoint, it does come out to about $20 a month. But again, $20 a month versus 40, 50, or even 75 plus tax per month plus your phone. Obviously with OpenPhone, you're going to need your own phone. But like we said, most of you guys are looking into these type of options because you already have a personal phone, but you want to separate that work life and all that type of stuff. So for $20 a month versus going and buying another phone, which is usually going to cost bare minimum $10 to $40 a month on top of your additional service plan, which is, $45 to $75, depending on how many lines you have and all that type of stuff, you're going to save a whole bunch of money. Some cool features really quickly too about OpenPhone. You can see here we have our ported in phone number that we have here. It shows the users. You can add users. Like if I wanted to add my wife, for example, I could add her in here, which means she would receive the calls and text messages to her OpenPhone account as well. And then as you can see here, another cool thing is you can actually turn business hours on and off. What this would do is if you went ahead and activated this at a certain time, it would send them straight to voicemail. You can have a voicemail that you literally type in here. You can do a voice recording, whatever you want to do. You can enable that, disable that at any time. There's a phone menu that you can have as well. We have these off just because we also use CallRail as well, which we'll actually talk about here in just a second on top of that. And then you have ring order as well, where like us, we have it to ring everybody at once. We don't do, random or custom or all this type of stuff. We have it where as soon as a lead comes in to us, because we're a service business, a pest control business specifically, we want it to ring everyone at once. And as you can see, you can set this up to literally ring for, you know, upwards of 1.5 minutes if you want. And then say you do miss a call, you can obviously have your voicemail, and then on top of that, you can have automatic replies where it will send a text message. I don't have any set up on this number, but I have one set up on our other number where it'll say, "Thank you for calling Preferred Pest Management. This is Griffin directly, the owner of Preferred Pest Management," something of that nature. "Sorry I missed your call. I'm either in a customer's home or on the phone with another customer or otherwise unavailable. Shoot me a text message if it's convenient for you, letting me know how I can assist you, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible." Just something that, you know, sends a message directly to them, because the quicker you respond to a client, the more likely you are to obviously close that client. And if it's a cell phone, then there's a very high probability they would rather text than call anyways. Now, again, it's going to depend based on, you know, just their preference more than anything. But I found by literally doing this, we started closing, I would say, upwards of about 5 to 10% more leads on top of what we were already closing, just because of, again, not being able to answer the phone. If you can at least shoot that text message immediately, you give them something to respond to, rather than just leaving a voicemail and being like, well, I guess I'll go on down the list to the next company, right? So that was a very good tool that I like as well that's in here. You can connect it to your Slack and email and all this good stuff. And then the other thing, which one of you guys, I believe it was, wow, I forget your name, like Matt, I believe. Don't hold me to it. I always forget who comments what exactly, because we get so many comments from you guys now. Was asking about connecting it to like GorillaDesk and all this other stuff using Zapier Zaps. So what we actually ended up doing, I'm just showing you guys kind of a list of the most common Zaps that we use. So we have a combination of connecting it to our form on our website to OpenPhone. So what this means is when someone fills out a form on our website, it's going to create them like a little, not necessarily an account, but a contact in our OpenPhone, where I could search that contact and then boom, text or call them immediately, versus having to type all that information in myself. We also have same thing with CallRail. If someone calls us, it'll put that information directly into OpenPhone immediately, where we can copy and paste it over. I did misspeak, I believe, in a previous stream where I said we connected this to GorillaDesk. You can do that technically. However, since we use CallRail specifically, there's no need, it'd be redundant. We actually did that, as a matter of fact, and we were getting like duplicate leads, because the phone call would end on OpenPhone and it would create like a lead or a customer account in GorillaDesk, the CRM that we use. And then CallRail would do the same thing as well. So we're having duplicate leads. Just to show you how this looks, since you were asking for it specifically, we'll view it in the editor. So the overview in the editor is pretty simple. On the CallRail side of things, you just put in CallRail, you connect your account, you make sure you select your right business. You know, if you have a couple businesses that you manage on CallRail or something, select the right business. Then you're going to connect to GorillaDesk again. And then the event type that we put is add a lead. And then this is just like a random example here, just like a dummy version, essentially. What it'll do is you just go in there and select the different fields. So obviously account ID would be for us first name, last name. Same thing for the name. We just put first name, last name. And then the source, where they came from. Was it our Google business page? Was it our website? Whatever the case may be. This is going to be very good from like marketing, tracking purposes, especially when you start running Google ads, Facebook ads, all of that. That will import this information directly into GorillaDesk. So when you run the report of, you know, okay, where did we get customers from this year? And you see that pie chart, you'll be able to see exactly where your customers were coming from. And then of course we want their phone number. And in some cases, like with our other Zap, one that you see here from Formidable Forms, the one in there specifically, of course, whenever someone submits a form on our website, we'll also get the email from there as well. So that's where we would get kind of, you know, the best of all worlds. We are going to get the email, the phone number, their first and last name, their zip code, like everything from the form goes directly in there. And to recap again, Formidable Forms, that's a totally different thing. It's just the form that's on our website. But what we were talking about specifically is like CallRail and OpenPhone, like connecting, everything kind of connects into GorillaDesk, if that makes sense. That was more so just to address the question that I had about connecting OpenPhone to GorillaDesk. It's more so CallRail and OpenPhone being connected, and then CallRail and GorillaDesk being connected as well in terms of getting the most data. You could do it, like I said, either way. You can switch out CallRail with OpenPhone if you wish. Same process as what I went over with CallRail, if that makes sense. Like I said too, this does connect with CallRail very easily through Zapier as well, which makes everything just kind of fire on all cylinders in terms of the call forwarding and all this other stuff. Like I said, we don't have most of these things here in terms of the phone menu or anything turned on, because we have it turned on in CallRail already, where they have to press 1 if they're a new customer, press 2 if they're an existing customer, all that good stuff. I mean, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Like I said, the most important thing that I know most people are going to be tuning into this video for is what is the overall cost of a OpenPhone plan. Like we said, it pretty much comes out to around $20 and change per month whenever you pay for the year up front. Now, they do have this referral that I can put in the description box, I believe, for you guys, where if you use the link that I'll try to remember to put in the description box below, after you're a customer with them for 3 months, you'll get like $20. So essentially you're gonna get like a free month for free if you use that code, or the link, I should say, in the description box below. If you guys have any questions about OpenPhone or anything that we talked about, like with Zapier, if you want me to go into more details with Zapier specifically in terms of connecting it to GorillaDesk. If you don't know what GorillaDesk is, again, it's a CRM that we use, which is very, very good. It's what we suggest for anyone that's starting or owning a service business of any kind: HVAC, pest control, plumbing, whatever the case may be. Been using them for like 3+ years now. Price has never gone up. They continue to add more stuff to the platform as well. I'll leave a link for them in the description box down below, if I remember to, where you can get their pro version 2 weeks free. Literally no strings attached. They don't make you put a credit card in or anything like that whatsoever. So if you want to try that out as well, and you want to connect everything, you can try it out and see how it works with Zapier and all that, like we were talking about. But like I said, if you have any questions or anything, do not hesitate to shout them out in the comments down below. If I need to, I'll do like a follow-up video to answer your question. If it, you know, is a longer question that I can't answer in the comments below, otherwise I'll reply to your comment if you have any questions about it. If you're new to me, of course, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell icon down below, that we won't miss any other videos. If you're looking to either start or grow your service business specifically, I own a pest control business specifically, Prefer Pest Management. We've been in business about 4 years now. I took that business from 0 to 6 figures my first year, and I'm just documenting my overall business journey, everything in terms of the marketing, the SEO, website building, lead generation, you know, sales, closing, all this different type of stuff, just documenting everything that I learned along the way. So if that's something you're interested in the future, go ahead and subscribe. Check out other content. I'll try to remember to link a video down below somewhere that may, you know, help you grow your business as well.